It's your favorite YouTuber, and today I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking of for the past couple of days, and it is power creep. Power creep has been going on rampant in the Star Rail community lately, and the talks about it because of the new MOC that came out, with Hule having over 1.4 million health, which is an insane fucking number, by the way. But yeah, I wanted to quickly talk about it and shed some light on what I think would make the situation much better, and it is extremely simple as well. So as you know, Sela is the first limited 5-star character they released, and she was a DPS. She was a single target DPS that released, and at level 10 on her ultimate she dealt like 400 and something % scaling damage. And in my opinion, this is okay, because back then the game wasn't catered to this much difficulty, so it makes sense to make her scale this way. However, as the content gets harder and harder and harder, it's just not gonna, these characters are getting worse and worse to the point that they're not able to clear anymore. Unless you spend like $5,000 to max everything on this one team, aka vertically invest. So to save your money and to not spend that much fucking money to make it even slightly possible for it to clear, what they should do is just buff the multipliers. However, in my opinion, they should make it so if you get to equilibrium level 6, the character gets gigabuffed. Every older unit gets gigabuffed, in a sense that simply their multipliers get buffed. Jing Yuan, he gets gigabuffed. Blade gets gigabuffed. Jing Liu gets gigabuffed. All of these other older characters, older units, Kafka even, fuck it bro, they all get gigabuffed for the sole purpose of being able to keep up with the new content. If you're gonna make it so you have to use the meta units to keep up, at least make it so the ones that aren't using the meta units don't struggle even more because of the lesser multipliers. For example, this is her ultimate, and on level 10 it does like what, 300 something? Back then the scaling was insane. Right now she's not performing very well, and there are a lot of characters that are like this. Jing Yuan is gonna get a bit of a buff with Sunday, but in my opinion, what shouldn't make a character good are the supports. It should be the character itself. Like, every character should be in a similar multiplier spot after you reach equilibrium level 6, so you can keep up with the rest of the content and not be forced to waste money or just not be able to clear. Now, ultimately, it doesn't matter if you can clear MOC 10, 11, 12. It doesn't matter, right? Like, it's just like, what, 180 jades? But the point is there. The point that you got someone you like, let's say you like Sela a lot, you get Sela, and you really want to use her, you love her character, etc., her backstory, and then you decide to main her, you want to be a Sela main, and at the end of the day, this game is all about, you know, playing who you like, playing the characters you enjoy, whose backstory you enjoy. This isn't a competitive game where you have to pick a specific character just to, like, counter the other character, you know? In a sense, that is the point of the game, with the weakness and etc. and the gameplay mechanics, which is why MOC is so difficult, because it forces you to play someone you possibly don't want to play, or that you don't even have. And because every character is on a limited banner, this becomes a bigger issue. Because if you didn't get Fei Shao, you're struggling. Even if you have background, you are struggling, because your other team just cannot compete because of the follow-up with Hule, etc. Now, this will change. Obviously, it's not going to just be Fei Shao, but then it's going to be Remembrance units, which is going to be a summon meta, which is basically the same as a follow-up attack Fei Shao team. So you kind of get my point, right? we're gonna have this meta probably for a while, and even if we didn't, the principle is still there, where I think older units should still be viable. You definitely should not be in a spot where older units that you pulled, that you love, I love Jingliu, I'm gonna get her even though she's not very good. Like, that's the fact of the matter. Jingliu, unfortunately, is not that good anymore. And unless you vertically invest in her entire team to make her viable, she is not going to perform well enough for you to 3-star MOC 12. It's just, it's how it is. And doesn't matter how good your relics are, you have to vertically invest. And I don't want players to resort to that. I don't want them to feel left out. Because at the end of the day, this game isn't to be competitive. This game isn't to showcase who's a bigger whale. This game should be a fun game where the content, yes, is difficult and it shouldn't be free, but it also shouldn't both cater to a meta of a character that you may not have, while also making the boss have 1.4 million health and also having a gameplay mechanic that promotes that meta. And also not having a weakness to a certain element of an older character that you have. So, yeah. In my opinion, they should make it so, as I said, in Equilibrium level 6, you get the buff, and that way it will counteract the power creep, and it would make the older units still be able to clear even without having to have the weakness break, etc. Because some characters don't need to weakness break. So, yeah. That's my suggestion. Let me know what you guys think. Just a little short video. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.